Welcome back, everyone. This is an episode of the Hungover Sports Report, aka the Intoxicated Sports Report. As you can see, I'm already fumbling words, so that's how you know the status that we are at today. I'm Emerson Hip. This is Gage Samoji.
Hey.
And we're feeling great today.
I'm feeling better than I did earlier today. I'll give you that.
Yeah.
But it's the first Victory Tuesday of the season.
It sure is. And what do you know? We got our hats on.
We got our hats on.
Victory hats.
Yes.
Although I did wear my loser's hat last week. It was just backwards.
Jordan, no, yeah.
So
but
no
it has the Niner logo on it.
It does have a Niner logo on the backside.
Alright. But yeah, so if we don't seem very enthusiastic today, it's because we were pretty hungover both.
But we're not going to mail it in. We're here.
We're here.
We're here for it.
Yes.
And it's just, it's just another beautiful Tuesday. What can we say? We enjoyed ourselves very much at Palisades last night. Thank you for hosting us.
I don't know who the hell I thought I was last night, knowing I had to work today. But
yeah, good for you.
hey, we had a good time though.
We did have a good
I
time.
haven't been at Palisades. It's been a couple months for sure.
Yeah. I feel like we haven't had many group-sized events lately. Now that, we're not at Dover anymore.
Yeah.
So it was nice to... We got 6 of us together.
Yeah.
Which is more than normal.
Yeah. Me, you, Dev, Dylan, Katie, and Touchdown Hound.
Darts.
Good to see him.
Yes. Yesterday felt like 2 days for me. Went golfing. Came home, showered, took a nap. Then we went out.
There you go. How'd you shoot it?
Not good.
Nah.
But I hold my second birdie of my life yesterday.
There you
Which
go.
felt good, yeah.
Hey, give me some.
Yeah.
There we go.
Fuck yeah.
I like that.
So yeah, that was pretty cool. And it was on the 18th hole, so nice way to finish off the round.
Couldn't end it any other way.
Yeah.
Well, I guess you could hole in one, but you're not that good.
Right. Yeah. It was a par 5, so that wasn't gonna happen.
No. That'd be impressive. That'd be very impressive.
Yes. But yeah, just another great. I mean, we got to enjoy 2 Monday Night Football games yesterday, which is one more than normal.
Very overstimulating for me last night.
It wasn't necessary.
Being at Palisades, there were a ton of people there.
It was very crowded.
2 games going on that I didn't know which TV to watch.
Yeah. You get people like rooting for like you're watching one game, people cheering for the other game.
I'm over here drinking IPAs, ripping shots.
Taking advantage of the beer and shot.
A recipe for disaster.
Yeah.
But yes, they do have a really killer happy hour menu. Their beer and their balls, the Reuben balls.
Yep.
Can't beat
Got
that.
a lot of those.
We also have the $11 beer that they make, like house beer plus a shot for $11.
Right.
Which I asked you about it being the bartender that you are, and you said that was a good deal.
It is a very good deal. I mean, think about it. I mean, this is not a fair comparison, but at the hotel I work at, we sell Tito's for $11.
A shot.
Yes.
Seems pretty pricey.
But this is a beer and a shot for $11.
Yes,
So
exactly. And we got there 5-ish, 5:30.
yeah, probably 5.
So we had a small window for the happy hour, so we started.
Oh yeah, we got after it real quick.
Yeah, we started to add it on for sure.
Yeah.
But it was a good time. I'm sure it won't be the last time this football season that we're there.
Yeah.
Nor do I want it to be.
Yeah, I can't imagine that would be the last time we'll be there for football.
Both games sucked.
Yes, 2 blowouts. Gotta
Not
love
good.
that.
Not good, but the camaraderie was the best part.
Yeah, so that's what it's all about.
Yeah. Speaking of drinks, what we got here?
Tom
Collins?
Tom Collins this one.
Tom
There
Collins.
you go.
Thank you.
Very similar to last week. We're keeping it on the refreshing side.
It's what we need right now.
Is it good for the hangover right now?
Yeah.
Little vitamin C in there. Little bubbles.
It's bringing back the buzz. too.
Yes.
It's bringing back the buzz a little bit.
Get a little warm and fuzzy inside.
Yeah, I saw you bring out this bottle of tequila for our listening audience, Emerson O's, today. So he brought out a big old Kirkland bottle of tequila.
Mm-hmm.
This makes me want to puke. I will not drink any of this.
I don't blame you at all.
Nor do I want to.
Yeah.
At all.
It is a very intimidating looking bottle. Let's put it that way.
It's huge.
Yeah, it's huge. It's got a not very good looking label on it. It's got this lame blue thing at the bottom for looks.
What would you expect though from Kirkland?
Right.
You know what I mean?
Hey, Costco only sells the best.
Yeah, apparently.
So Gage, what do we have going on today?
Football heavy,
Of course.
college NFL.
Yep.
It's just the season.
Right.
But we do have some non-football stuff that we're going to talk about.
Yes.
So do you want to take that away for us?
Yeah. So we are watching baseball right now because we are waiting for MLB Network to cut to the Yankees game when Aaron Judge comes up, hopefully in the ninth inning.
We're giving him the Barry Bonds treatment.
Yes.
From back in the day.
So we're officially doing the home run tracker now. I think on this show with Albert Pujols and Aaron Judge.
We've been doing this for a couple weeks.
Because at this point, until the playoffs start, I don't give a fuck about baseball. Giants are out of it. We're literally watching this instead of the Giants game, which we might skip to at some point. But
we're only watching this because they'll cut to it,
right.
To Judge.
Yes.
Well, Pujols too, because they play tonight.
Yeah, and Pujols will be on. I think their game just started a little bit ago, so we'll hopefully get an Albert Pujols shot as well.
Pujols is at 698. Just needs 2 more with about 15 to play.
Right. Judge at 59.
Aaron Judge at 59.
He had a 2-piece on Sunday, trying to take over the football world with his heroics.
Yeah, right. Oh man, it's good for those guys, man.
Mm-hmm. It's exciting stuff for. I feel like I don't know, a season that's been a little watered down. I don't know why.
Well, it's Giants fans.
Yeah. Just not much to it, and like a lot of the divisional races aren't really that exciting either.
No. It happens.
But here we are. Also, our PSG boys are still unbeaten. They only had one game this past week against Lyon. They won 1-0 on Sunday. Leo Messi with the lone goal there.
Okay.
They get a couple weeks off. They won't be playing until October 1st against Nice, and then the next Champions League game will be October 5th against Benfica.
Nice. I think it was, what was it, Saturday maybe? I got off work or a couple days ago.
Yeah.
Go on Fubo and it says, PSG's playing this team. I think they start with a B. I forget.
Brest. Yeah.
And it said live. I'm like, cool. I'm finally gonna watch a live game.
Yeah.
It was a rerun.
Yeah.
I don't know why Fubo put live.
That's weird.
So I was talking to Dev and I was like, yeah, I watched the PSG game yesterday, but they played a game that day we were talking about it, and
Gotcha.
they wouldn't play probably back-to-back games.
No.
So I was like, did they say live? It was a rerun? And I was
That's
like,
funny.
I was trying to become a fan.
Yeah.
And it showed me reruns.
It is funny, the last game they played, they only had it on the, I believe it was Spanish broadcast. They didn't have a American version of it, which they usually do. I don't know if it was just because it wasn't a big deal or what. But.
So that's my PSG story. I was
That's
kind of
awesome.
little bummed.
Hey, next time.
Still trying to watch that.
Next time. It is tough because they mostly play Saturdays, but they occasionally play Fridays or Sundays, so we're obviously watching football on Sundays.
Of course.
But it is what it is. I do like the Champions League is midweek, so, and during the day for me, which works perfectly.
Mm-hmm.
Also, just a quick NASCAR update. 0 wins for playoff drivers through round 1, which was 3 races.
In our pool.
In our pool. And for all playoff drivers involved in NASCAR.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So all the 3 winners of the races so far have been non-playoff eligible drivers, which is kind of hilarious.
Yeah, of course.
But, yep, round 1 is over. Kevin Harvick, Kyle Busch, Austin Dillon, and Tyler Reddick have all been eliminated. And all those guys are in our pool.
Your boy Kevin Harvick?
Yeah, my boy Kevin Harvick. He's good. He had 2 DNFs in the first round.
Wow.
And then pretty much had to win to move on yesterday, or Sunday. So, here we are. Round 2 starts at Texas this coming Sunday. You're in the lead still, Gage.
Feeling good. I hit
Yeah.
70.
You're at
feel
70.
like Barry Bonds. Feeling good. Still a couple races to go.
Mhm.
I'm not
Do
going
you
away
not
with
count
this.
your chips yet?
No, exactly.
But, you're looking good.
Feeling good.
Christopher Bell has been the most consistent driver in the playoffs so far.
He's
He's
good.
got 3 top 5s. And 2 stage
Yeah,
wins.
I think him and Larson both finished top 5,
Mhm.
which I'll take that.
Elliott and Byron did too, so that's why
Ah.
you didn't get a bigger lead on Garrett.
I didn't pay attention to that. That
Yeah.
makes sense.
But yeah, I think it's pretty much a 3-horse race between you, Garrett, and Ashley going forward, because Dylan's drivers are both out.
Yeah.
Ready for college?
Yeah.
We're going to college.
I should have went to college.
Get your cap on. It was blowout city this week.
It was bad.
17 of the 17 games that featured top 25 teams were decided by at least 20 points.
Yeah. Ohio State dropped 77
Yeah,
on Toledo.
that's
Do
ridiculous.
I even have to say it?
No.
Holy Toledo. I mean, come on.
Holy Toledo.
What are we doing here? Also, there was 3 teams I thought this was funny that 3 teams scored 63 exactly, and that was Bama, Tennessee, and Oklahoma State.
Jeez. That's a bloodbath.
That's not good.
That's 9 touchdowns.
Jeez. That's really bad.
I'm guessing that 77 means that Ohio State scored 11 touchdowns.
That's so bad.
That's terrible.
And also, your BYU Cougars lost 41-20 to Oregon this week, or last week.
I wish I could just go back last week and rescind my prediction.
But could they still make the playoff, or do you think it's done?
Given that they're not in a conference, it really hurts. So going undefeated, I feel like it was a must for them to get in.
So can I delete this off your bold prediction list? Okay.
Yeah.
And you're gonna drink a nice tequila shot that we were just talking about.
Yeah, it's gonna be rough. I can already taste it.
And we were texting through the game because I worked, so I wasn't able to watch.
It was bad from the start for BYU, pretty much.
Did you watch the whole game?
Pretty much. I tried to turn it off and then kept somehow convincing myself to turn it back.
So what went wrong?
Well, they just couldn't stop Oregon at all. I mean, Oregon, I think, only had 4 possessions in the first half, and they scored on all 4 of them.
Yeah.
I think they had at least one turnover. They turned the ball over on downs on the opening drive too, which is never good. And then they started the second half down 24-3 on defense. So, and they kind of got some momentum going in the fourth quarter, but it was kind of too little, too late.
I feel bad for you that you got to take this shot right now.
I'm not excited about it. I feel worse that I just made a prediction that it's pretty much toast after 1 week.
But normally for you, you're usually good at the predictions.
Yeah.
So you're due for one of these.
Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I was just hoping to get at least a little something out of this.
Yeah. Hate to see Oregon win though.
Yeah.
Bo Nix looking like Bo Jackson out there.
Yeah. Fucking Tyler Moffitt messaged us. I don't know if you saw that.
I did.
It's like, you better. Holy crap. Sorry to be distracted by that baseball game. Toronto 18, Philadelphia 11 in the 9th inning right now.
Jeez.
It's a football score. Just with weird numbers. All right, I'm going in on this.
All right. Jeez. That's bad. I applaud.
Oh, I gulped it too.
I applaud you. You're a better man than I am.
Put that away.
Did you see Notre Dame beat Cal?
Yeah, I actually watched a lot of that game. I think it was good.
They beat them 24-17.
Both these teams look like shit, by the way.
Apparently, the Cal almost won by Hail Mary at the buzzer.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it wasn't even calling it a Hail Mary is a little weird, but I guess technically it was. It was like a 30-yard pass, and it got tipped up and pinballed around a couple times, and then this guy for Cal that was falling to the ground had it hit his left hand, and then kind of tipped it over to his right hand, and then it fell off of him.
Wow.
So he had both of his hands touch it, just not at the same time.
And this is a game that the Notre Dame needed to win.
Oh yeah, Marcus Freeman's first win as a coach. He would have been on the hot seat already.
Yeah. Being 0-3, new coach, absolutely.
And everyone was really excited about him coming into this year, but it has not gone well so far. And it doesn't help that they're on a second-string quarterback right now, but got to produce when you're at Notre Dame, unfortunately. That's the way the dice roll.
I feel bad for our boy Scott Erickson, big Cal guy.
Mm-hmm.
He's probably hurt, and I'm sure he hates Notre Dame like most people do.
Yeah, first loss of the year for Cal too, so they were on a good pace. But
you know, College Game Days never went to Berkeley.
Is that right?
I think I saw that a couple weeks ago.
That's crazy.
'Cause it was their first time going to App State last week, or I think it was this last Saturday.
Right. Interesting.
You're just throwing back right now.
Yeah,
You're feeling good.
I had to get that tequila taste out of my mouth.
I like it. Also, 24 ranked Texas A&M beat 13th ranked Miami 17-9. Washington upset Michigan, who was ranked 11, or Michigan State, who was ranked 11, 39-28.
Yeah, those are really the only entertaining games this week. I think Wake Forest played a close game too, but yeah. Not much. They really they backed up that great week last week with a shitter this week.
Speaking of Wake Forest, this week they play Clemson. It's a ranked matchup, 21 versus 5.
Yep.
Florida, ranked number 20, is going to play at Tennessee, ranked 11. And Arkansas, ranked number 10, is going to be playing Texas A&M, who's ranked 23rd.
Yeah, three ranked matchups this week. Should be interesting.
Yeah.
I think that Texas A&M is favored by 2, so that's going to be should be a good game.
That's a little unusual.
Yeah. I mean, maybe that's just Vegas not trusting Arkansas being ranked number 10, but
Who do you got in these games?
I'm gonna go with Wake Forest, maybe with the upset here.
I was thinking Wake Forest too.
Yeah, they're at home.
Shout out to Chris Paul and Tim Duncan.
Yeah, and Clemson has seemed like they're a little closer to being where they usually are, but still not sure I trust them yet.
Yeah.
So I'm thinking I'm still on an upset. I would say at least if Clemson wins, they're not gonna cover that. I'll also take Tennessee because I think Florida's overranked at this point.
I'll take Tennessee too.
And
Danny's Tennessee Volunteers.
That's right. Although they seem to crumble a lot when they start getting momentum. So we'll see how that goes.
And I'll take A&M against Arkansas.
Yeah, I think A&M as well. I think they had that bad loss against App State, but they're probably better than that. All right, here's Judge.
Did you see how App State won this last week?
Yeah, on another ridiculous play, that
Hail
chip
Mary.
play.
That was a Hail Mary.
That was
They played Troy.
Some not good school.
Isn't that a movie with Brad Pitt?
That's a guy's name. All right, Judge is up. Yanks are down 8-4, so not a lot of intensity behind this AB.
Oh, that's gone.
Get out.
That's gone.
Let's fucking go.
Number 60.
Holy shit, he crushed that too.
60. Wow. I can't believe we just saw that.
That's sick. Fuck yeah.
Number 60, the first player to do it since Barry Bonds?
Yeah, I believe so.
When he hit 70?
Yeah, I think when Stanton hit, he hit 58 or 9? I think that was the most since then.
And I think he's the 6th player to ever hit over 60 home runs in a season.
That sounds right.
Is it what? Sosa, McGuire, Barry, Maris, Ruth,
yep.
and now Judge?
Yep.
Wow.
That's wild. That's sick. You got a cookie right there. You turned on it.
So they're still pitching to this guy, huh?
Yeah. I mean, in this situation, there's no reason not to pitch to him.
He can't help. I mean, look at him. He wants to really. He's probably so happy right now.
Give him the curtain call. Come on.
They have to. So he's tied with Babe Ruth for the Yankees record,
right?
Or for 60 in Yankees history,
right?
And Roger Maris, of course, has 60
coming up
runs.
next. Ooh, that's sweet. There it is.
Future Giant.
Dude, they can't let him go after this. There's just no way. There's no way. As much as I'd love to see him be a Giant.
Wow.
It would be such a shock.
That was awesome.
Look at that.
I like that.
Hopefully he gets 62 on the show next week.
Yeah. He's good.
He might get 65 at this rate. Shit.
He might win the Triple Crown.
He's knocking on the door of the batting title.
I think
title, yeah.
Yeah, I think he's only.
He's got a good lead, I think, on RBIs and obviously home runs.
I think he's only behind by
a couple points, yeah.
Because Triple Crown, they do it for the leagues, right?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
I think also Paul Goldschmidt, although he's a little behind in home runs, was kind of creeping up into that range in the National League as well.
Well, good for Aaron Judge. That's awesome. I'm glad we got to see that.
That was sweet.
And I'm glad that happened on air.
Right.
That was cool.
I think we're done with college football, right?
Yes.
Okay. Week 2, NFL. I fucked up.
Oh, no, college football. One thing I wanted to mention.
Okay.
I want to give a shout out to Napa's own Brock Bowers, who scored 3 touchdowns, 2 receiving, 1 rushing.
He is an animal.
He
got bigger too. You can tell.
He's gonna be a first round pick if he stays healthy.
I would like to think so. He's got that kind of potential.
So shout out to him.
God, he's only 4 behind Barry for home runs in this amount of games.
Yeah.
It's pretty crazy. So they got 15 games left after this.
I think I looked at the year Barry hit 73. Was it? I think I want to see how many times he hit like 3 home runs in a game. I think he only did it twice.
Yeah.
Well, or maybe once or twice, which is still very impressive.
And he got really hot down the stretch of the season because I think he had 39 at the All-Star break and hit 33 in the second half, which the second half is shorter than the first half.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
NFL time?
Brock Bowers, future Cowboy.
Yeah. And are they going to trade for like every draft pick? Is that how this is going to go?
Gotta speak it into existence, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Just let me have my moment.
You'll get one of them right eventually, right?
Exactly. I mean...
all right. Now it's week 2 time.
It is week 2 time.
We're going to start with the 49ers. They beat the Seahawks 27-7.
But at what cost?
Yeah, but that was not the biggest story of the game. Of course, Trey Lance, we saw him go down with the ankle injury. He had surgery yesterday and will be out for the season. Tough one.
Brutal.
Really brutal.
This reminiscent of kind of Dak Prescott.
Very
he
similar.
went through 2 years ago.
Very similar situation.
Dak's injury was, I would say, was worse.
More gruesome, yeah.
But
he tore more shit up, but
anytime you see someone with an air cast on, it's not a good look.
never a good thing. Yeah, and missing a season for something like that is just the worst part. But
clearly, I'm like the biggest Niner hater ever. But I'm never rooting for him.
No, and I was the same way with Dak. You know, it sucks to see shit like that. But hey, hopefully a speedy recovery, good recovery.
Yeah.
surgery went successful, as far as I've heard. So
This guy's just getting the shaft.
yeah, it's
You know what
tough situation. But yeah, Jimmy G. It's a good thing that the Niners kept him.
Well, yeah, I was just gonna say.
Because now the season doesn't have to be a throwaway, which, especially given the talent that the Niners have, you wouldn't want that. So yeah, it's going to be another run it back situation, which I think there are a lot of Niner fans out there that wanted to see this anyways.
Yeah.
So you're appeasing them in some, way, shape, or form.
You know what I'm stoked about? Not having to listen to talk radio talk about Jimmy G and Trey Lance.
Yeah.
Because there's nothing to talk about.
Yeah.
Until next season.
Right.
And that's like, obviously you would love this, but if the Niners won the Super Bowl with Jimmy G, like what the hell do they do with Trey Lance?
Yeah, right? That would be wild.
They'd probably still keep him, but
I think you would.
that would be like the ultimate, of course.
Right.
Moment.
It would be interesting too, like if they won the Super Bowl with Jimmy G, but he still wasn't the reason that they won. Like you could sense that.
Yeah.
That would be interesting. I do want to say one thing about people that are getting on Kyle Shanahan for the way they use Trey Lance and blaming him. It's like, you got to stop that. It's dumb slander, bullshit. What like, of course Trey Lance has other skills than being able to run with the football, but you don't draft a guy with that skill set and not try to use all of his abilities.
Yeah.
I think we got to stop pointing the finger at Shanahan.
Well, and football's a gruesome sport. They all know what they're getting themselves into every time they step on the field.
It's not like you can't get seriously injured without, running with the football in between the tackles.
These kind of things happen and it sucks.
Yeah.
But it's just part of the game.
I'm not gonna buy into that stupid idea that it's Kyle Shanahan's fault by any means.
And I'm a conspiracy guy, as you know, but I don't think he was trying to get Trey Lance hurt.
No, not at all. There's no fucking way. I mean, you could argue that Kyle Shanahan has a lot to lose by not having Trey Lance out there right now. So, yeah, no, I don't like that idea. But hey, tip of the cap though to Garoppolo for coming in and playing actually very well considering the circumstances.
Yeah.
We obviously haven't seen him train much with the team, and just being able to, step back in there and he wasn't perfect by any means, but
We know what Jimmy G is.
yeah, but he made some good throws. He found his open guys for the most part. Didn't turn the ball over.
Yeah.
And honestly, the Niners defense actually pitched a shutout because the only touchdown the Seahawks scored was on the block kick.
Yeah.
So, I think there's obviously Trey Lance going down is a tough pill to swallow right now, but good things came out of this game overall. We can see that Jimmy can still play, and the defense is great, and we whooped the Seahawks ass, which we love doing.
That probably feels good.
Nothing like being a division rival, just like right out the fucking stadium too.
Yeah, the Cowboys play the Giants on next Monday, or this Monday. And I think it'll be a tough one.
Yeah.
The division game.
Yeah.
Love division games.
Giants have looked, not sexy on paper, but they've won both their games. So
They win.
what are you gonna do?
Yeah.
Speaking of primetime games, the Niners will be at Denver next week, which we'll talk about your 2-11 situation, but I think I might be in a 2-11 situation next week as
I
well.
think you will be too.
Which that should be fun.
Yes. And speaking of the 2-11, so as our listeners know, I guaranteed a Cowboys loss. And that didn't happen.
Yes.
They actually beat the Bengals with Cooper Rush Hour Rush, as you like to call him. And this was shocking to me.
Yeah, this came out a little bit out of nowhere.
I'm sorry to the fans, but as they know, was violently hungover all day. And the last thing I wanted to do was to drink malt liquor today. So I promise you guys next week
Yes.
that I will have one. And I promise you guys also next week that Emerson will be drinking one with me. The Niners are going to beat the Broncos.
Is that a bold prediction?
I don't think it's bold. It's not bold. For one, I don't want to be alone drinking the 2-11.
That's fair. No, I don't blame
And
you on
two, I want you to go through this with me.
that. Yeah.
So yeah, my apologies, but I will make it up next week. I'll even buy them for so that if you lose.
There we go. Perfect. I'm down with that.
Sorry. So what I got right now is Sierra Nevada, and let me tell you, this is way better than the 2-11.
So what do you think of the Cowboys' performance overall? You watched most of the game.
I watched the whole game.
Yeah.
I thought the offense, it looked way different than it did the first week against Tampa Bay.
Interesting.
Maybe that's first week we got shut out. Practically, it wasn't good.
Just completely throw out that playbook.
Yeah, throw out the playbook, do something new. So I liked that. I thought Cooper Rush looked poised and ready to go. He made all the right moves.
Yeah.
Did everything he could. And he didn't play. You know, he wasn't like Tua throwing 6 touchdowns.
Right.
But he did what he had to do, and the Cowboys won. And they were kind of blowing out the Bengals in the first half.
Yeah, wasn't it 17-0 or 14?
Something like that.
Yeah.
I thought he looked good. I think you're going to be right about the Bengals this year because they don't look good right now.
Yeah, something's off with Burrow right now.
Yeah.
He
So
doesn't look like
to your
his own
credit,
self.
you said they'd take a step back, and right
Yeah.
now, starting 0-2, we know how teams are when they start 0-2 when it comes to making the playoffs. It's slim at that point.
Right. Well, I mean, I think even though Zach Taylor took the Bengals to the Super Bowl, I feel like the jury's still a little bit out on him as a head coach. Young guy. I mean, Joe Burrow is a young quarterback who's not fully proven yet. So, although we've seen him do some awesome stuff, but I think the Bengals will be fine as a franchise. We've seen a lot of teams in the past lose in the Super Bowl, and the next year they have issues, whether it's because of injury or not.
So I liked what I saw. It kind of gave me a little bit of hope that, man, maybe if we can win a couple games, I think at the worst we could maybe win another one and lose another two, maybe something like that.
I was going to say, I mean, if Dak can come back as soon as Jerry thinks he's going to, but, we all know Jerry the optimist.
But I don't want them to rush Dak back if he doesn't have to, especially if the Cowboys are winning at least half the games that he's out.
Well, let's say, theoretically, if they're like 3-4 and he's like just barely healthy enough to play, is that reason? And you got like the Eagles that are only a couple games ahead of us. They're ahead of you guys. I know I'm just throwing scenarios out.
It's tough because I think Philly's going to win that division. Philly looks good.
They look very, very good.
We both underestimated Philly. They look pretty good as of now. I know it's only 2 games in, but they do look good.
There's always those teams that surprise you, though.
I'd be okay with them still sitting Dak because I think at this point it's going to be a wild card chance for the Cowboys if they even get to that close to
At
the
best,
playoffs.
yeah. That's fair.
I don't think you should rush back the quarterback ever unless you if you don't have to.
Right. I mean, luckily it's a hand issue and not like a lower body issue where like you could feel like that could be, or even a midsection issue where you could further injure it easily. But
so Cooper Rush looked good. They're going on the road in New York this Monday, like I said. Wouldn't surprise me if they lost that game because the Giants do look good. They are 2-0 as are the Eagles.
I almost put that game in my picks, but I decided to stay against it just because I feel like both teams are a mystery right now.
Luckily for me, my Gage's guarantees is 1-1 on the season.
Yeah.
I don't have to worry about it for a few more games because the Cowboys don't play the Rams, I don't believe, until week 6.
Yeah, I think I have it written down here, so we can confirm. Oop. Oh, no. Yeah, you're not till week 5, Rams.
Sweet. Yeah, so all my games are,
relatively early.
Relatively early, yes.
Yeah, I got some kind of in the middle.
You got Broncos and the Chiefs week 7, and then Rams. You got 2 back-to-back.
Right.
Like I
I'm going to put myself in a hole, possibly. Although, I mean, the Chiefs look really good, and the Rams are the Rams, so those are going to be tough games for the Niners, regardless.
One thing that I noticed about this game was, so the Cowboys have a running back, or a wide receiver / return guy named Kevontae Turpin, and he's wearing number 9.
Okay.
I don't think I've seen a Cowboy wear number 9 since Tony Romo was on the team. And we all know how much Jerry Jones loves Tony. Yeah. Like adopted son.
Yeah, pretty much. He was like Jason Garrett, like the 2 sons right there.
And I don't think Tony Romo's really deserving of being his number retired.
Nah, I don't think so. I'm not a Cowboys fan, but
I just saw it and it looked a little weird. I was like, oh, okay.
Right.
But now receivers can wear different, wear single digits, so it's a little more common.
Which I also I'm still not a fan of. I'm not used to it yet.
Yeah, we'll get used to it.
It's just throwing me off. Like I'll see guys with the ball and they're wearing like number 3, and I'm like, well, you're not a quarterback.
or like Micah Parsons wearing number 11. Like
that is also
like I don't know if I could get a jersey because I just don't. It feels weird wearing a defender's number that's not like in the 90s.
Right.
Or like in the 50s.
Right.
And also when I see 11, I think of Drew Bledsoe and Cole Beasley.
Yeah.
So.
Also, what I hate with the Niners is a lot of their defensive backs are single-digit numbers, and that's totally throwing me off. It just doesn't look right.
Well, because I think we mentioned this earlier, or maybe like last year or something like that. Like you get used to seeing a person rocking a number on your team.
Yeah.
And the next year you're like, who the hell is this guy?
Right. Yeah, because Mosley changed his number, Jimmy Ward changed his number. There was one other guy. I think Jaquazi Tart. They all changed their numbers.
Yeah.
Tart's not even on the team anymore, but. But yeah, good stuff. You got anything else from week 2?
I don't. Actually, yes, I do. Excuse me. I watched the Thursday night football game.
Oh yeah. That was a good game.
It was a good game. I mean, the Chargers
Blew it.
pulled the Chargers.
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel bad for them. The future's bright for the Chargers, and they can win now.
Yeah.
I think they can go far. Like I think I picked them to go to the championship game this year. So I'm high on the Chargers. It's the first time I think anybody watched Kirk Herbstreit and Al Michaels together.
I know. I didn't realize, or maybe we talked about it and I forgot. I didn't realize that Al Michaels was ditching NBC
Yeah, for
that. Yeah, I totally forgot about that.
And these two are both really good at what they do, so I think it was fine.
Yeah.
I thought it sounded good.
From what I was listening to, I thought it was good.
Yankees went on a walk-off
No
home run
fucking
by
way.
Stanton.
Grand slam.
Wow.
Wow, that's a great. You know what? Every Yankees fan stayed because they were waiting to see Judge hit again.
Yeah.
And they got a gift right there.
Wow.
Good. Cheers to you, Giancarlo.
Here's to Ashley.
Yeah. That's wild.
But going back to Herbstreit and Al Michaels, it was kind of odd because I'm used to, Al Michaels has done football forever,
Right.
at least in our lifetime, and Herbstreit has always done college football.
Yeah.
So seeing both of them together it reminded me of the Jimmy Neutron, Timmy Turner crossover episodes on Nickelodeon.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about.
But these two are going to be great together. I think it's going to be...
I love both of them in everything they've done.
I don't see how there can be any issues with this.
Yeah. No, I can't see anyone complaining about
But
it.
maybe besides the chemistry, because it's their first year doing it together, it might be a little off, but
Right.
what I heard on Thursday seemed fine.
It can only get better.
And also-
Could you see this going to like normal TV? Them two as a tandem?
I don't see why not.
I think it could be a good
But
duo.
I think Amazon, they got the money to throw.
I would think that's the only way they could get them together.
And now Michaels he's getting older. Like,
He is getting older.
let's say, I don't know how long this contract is, but I don't see him doing this for...
Right.
I mean, he could do it for a long time. Because,
Yeah.
it's as long as his voice stays,
Right.
he could do it. But yeah, I'm totally cool with this.
I also do want to bitch a little bit. And I've said this before, but I really don't like the streaming services having exclusive rights to games.
I wanted to put this in ISR jail. Like Amazon having a Thursday night, but I'm not going to do it.
We can't. I mean, I guess we could, but yeah.
I just don't. I mean, I get it. I get Amazon's trying to make their money, and that's what they're going to do.
Yeah.
I don't like it either.
It just doesn't make sense. I mean, I know you can find I didn't think that we were going to be able to show the game on TV at work the other day because of it, but we eventually found apparently DirecTV has a channel called Amazon Video.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, because I was confused because I think you were saying how you were watching it at work. I mean, I was like...
I eventually had to... Well, I was watching it on my phone during my break.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought you were watching it
Yeah.
at
Well, because I was like, we're not gonna be able to find this unless we can download the Amazon app on the TVs, which are smart TVs that we have.
Oh, okay.
But apparently they don't have the ability to do that. So.
And would the Marriott even want to buy Amazon Prime? I mean, I know the Marriott can afford it.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
Just for one game a week for 4 months out of the year.
Yeah. I mean, I'm sure the business could work in its favor, but yeah, they were lucky that DirecTV has that channel. So.
And also shout out to Kirk Herbstreit for Thursday night doing NFL football and then roll on Saturday.
So he still is working at ESPN, right?
Yeah, I think he's doing college game day stuff.
Okay, that's
so
good.
he's gonna be busy these next 4 months.
Hey, I'm sure it's actually not that. Is that gone? Just foul. It's probably a pretty reasonable workload. I mean, you got to think about how Joe Buck used to do baseball and football the same weeks all the time.
Yeah.
In the playoffs. So. No, I think it's I like Kirk Herbstreit a lot as an analyst. I think he's always been great, so I'm happy for him.
Yeah,
I'm happy that we get more of him.
absolutely.
I like that he's doing NFL too because I think he has a lot to offer for not just in college. He can cross platforms easily.
And you got to think he knows a lot of these NFL players because he covered them in college.
Exactly.
And he knows how they play.
Literally, like 99.999% of players in the NFL played in college. So
yeah. And he only did marquee games. It seemed like so he's doing
right. Yeah, he's usually doing like those ABC primetime games. Yeah.
It's not like he's doing Toledo versus
no Holy Toledo versus Ohio State.
Yeah, exactly.
Actually, I do want to mention the Raiders and Cardinals game because that game was ridiculous. Even the Dolphins and Ravens game as well. And for that matter, if we're going to talk about all those comebacks, the Browns and Jets, or the Jets beating the Browns.
Yeah, that one. They were up, 14 or 13 with a minute and a half left.
The Browns, or the Jets had to score twice to win the game with less than 2 minutes left. And then, of course, we had the Cardinals down 20-0 at halftime, came back to win in overtime.
Which Jason knows you a shot for.
He does.
So, Jason.
Yeah, I hope you're listening.
I hope you're listening. Where you at? Let us know.
Which I thought for sure I was losing that bet.
What was the bet again?
So he gave me Cardinals plus 10.
Okay.
He was that confident in the Raiders.
And I bet you he was probably paying attention to that game. He's like, I'm sitting pretty right now.
Yeah, well, you know what, too? And I kind of feel like an asshole for it, but I messaged him when it was 20-0 at half.
Yeah.
I was like, shoot me right now or whatever.
So you almost had to rip 2 shots.
I almost, yes. And that was part of it, too, because I knew I had BYU on deck. But, and then even like the Ravens being up 35-14 and losing that game to the Dolphins. Wild stuff. That game pissed me off, by the way, because I had that in my picks. Okay, so, Gage, are you ready for Play of the Week?
Yes. So, this is something that we did last year, or probably past.
I think we've done it before. I don't remember how much we did it last year.
Yeah, so I thought we'd bring it back. Why not?
Yeah, let's do it.
Cool. Who do you got?
I'm going with Trevor Lawrence.
Trevor, our boy T-Law.
I didn't steal yours, did I?
No.
Okay, again. Trevor Lawrence, yeah. So he probably had his best game as a pro on Sunday. Beat the Colts 24-0.
The Colts that we thought were going to win the division.
Yeah, exactly, which is not looking great right now.
Not looking like that.
I don't have a stat line, but I know he had a good game, and obviously the Jags won easily.
Yeah.
So, I mean, we've been waiting for the Trevor Lawrence breakout for a long time.
And it was yesterday.
Obviously, last year for Jacksonville was a shit show.
Yes.
So it was hard to make too many judgments about him. But year 2 and year 3 are kind of that window where I feel like young quarterbacks have been making their big steps. So I'm feeling good about T-Law right now.
It takes time. Not everybody could just come out.
I kind of want to. I don't want to take a shot, but someone's home. Can you close the door for us?
Close?
Yeah.
Oviedo?
Thank you. I wanted to put a bold prediction on the Jags making the playoffs right now, but I don't know if that's prudent.
I'll give it to you.
I don't want to hit that tequila again.
How about you say it for next week?
I can say it for next
Say it for next week.
Watch them be 2-1 though.
You can wash down your 2-11 with a tequila shot.
There we go. All right, I'll save it.
My player of the week is going to be Tua
Nice.
Tagovailoa.
I mean, he had a huge game.
469 yards passing.
That's
excuse me.
ridiculous.
6 touchdowns.
Yeah.
I feel like throwing 6 touchdowns. It doesn't happen every week.
That is wild.
It's a lot.
And both the Waddle and Tyreek Hill had huge games for him too, right? Yeah. But yeah, good for him.
Fins up, baby. Fins up.
Another young quarterback that is, primed to do something big.
I saw this video on Twitter of Tua, and someone switched the video like reverse, so it looks like he throws right-handed. And it looks pretty clean.
It looks normal.
It
Okay,
looks normal.
so his left-handed stroke is normal.
Yes. It just looks odd because he's like the only guy in the league who's the starter who's left-handed.
Yeah. Is there? I couldn't even name another lefty right now. Do you know one?
That's playing?
Well, yeah. That's a backup.
No.
Yeah. They seem to be fewer and further between now these days.
Yeah, I can't think of anybody.
Yeah.
So our picks, we both went 1 and 2 this week,
Correct, Mundo.
which is about
par.
par. Yeah, it's about our average. I mean, I picked that Thursday night game, and I felt so good. I was like, I'm
You had that thing in the bag.
I was like, I'm going 3-0 this week. I'm feeling good.
Yeah, and then all of a sudden, you almost lost that game. It took a garbage time touchdown. With
It took two
Chargers.
4th down plays by the Chargers for me to
to keep that drive
cover.
alive. Yeah.
So thank you, LA. I appreciate it. And who else did I have? I had the Cowboys.
Yeah,
I picked the Bengals,
You
and I
doubled
also
down on the
picked
Bengals and lost. You had Washington +2 against Detroit,
bad.
and they kind of got whooped.
Yes, they did.
Yeah. So yes, of course, I won that Arizona +6 game. Like I said, I didn't know why they were getting 6, but the Raiders proved why they were giving 6 during the game,
Yeah.
and then decided to be the Raiders and blow it. So I won that one.
Can I just say something? I love watching the Raiders lose. I just do.
I can't lie. I walked into the bar at work and there were Raider fans there, and they were getting all antsy, and I was like, this kind of feels good.
I love it.
The song's
I love
better.
it.
Like, I don't even, I really do not hate the Raiders by any means. I don't even dislike them at all.
I don't hate him either.
But something about the fan base is just not my favorite.
No. They're almost as bad as Niner fans.
Sorry, we like our team.
I don't know why. It's just Raiders losses. They hit different.
Yeah.
Especially when they're up 20-0.
Dude, that's
I-
bad.
I
That's a Raider loss. For
I
sure.
almost texted Jeremy's brother and said, "That's Raider ball, baby."
Oh, good shit.
But I think I did that last year before they played the Cowboys on Thanksgiving. And then he texted me back going, "Raider ball, baby." I was like, "You ass."
Yeah. We do have Albert Pujols at the plate right now. We're watching MLB Network, tuning in live.
Those Cardinal Grays, they're just nice.
Yeah, classic.
Classic.
You know, I was telling you before the show that I don't like pants in baseball that are not gray or white, but when they do, they have a good looking powder blue uniform.
Yes, they do.
Yeah. And I don't love all the powder blues, but I do like theirs.
So with Albert Pujols getting close to 700, do you think if he would have stayed in St. Louis his whole career, because it seems like he has better luck in St. Louis,
Yeah.
do you think he would have passed Barry?
I don't know. I mean, it's tough to say. Obviously, you could feel like maybe he's a little more comfortable there. So, sure, you could argue that, but I don't know. I can't say anything's guaranteed.
Yeah.
And even though he had a really good base hit for Albert, he had a really good final year in St. Louis before leaving for the Angels. It was actually his worst year as an MLB player to that point.
Oh, really?
It's just statistically, yes. Still really high quality, but you know, for his standards, it was not his best. But so you could kind of see the downward trend.
Yeah.
Is where I'm going with this, but yeah, I mean, Albert's been a great professional throughout his career, so definitely rooting for him.
Absolutely.
As we've said in the past.
Absolutely. Let's get to our picks for this week.
Yes.
Who you got?
Oh, my other L was Pittsburgh versus New England, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
I forgot about that. And Baltimore, like I said.
Yeah.
Which, yeah, fuck that Baltimore game. So, unlike you doubling down on the Bengals against your Cowboys pick guarantee, I am going to hedge my bet with the Niners and the Broncos. I'm taking the Niners -1.5 at Denver. I do think the Niners are going to win that game. I feel good. Denver's offense looks like shit. And, of course, they're going to figure it out now that I'm saying this. But
So wait, so you think the Niners are going to win, but you don't really necessarily want them to win?
I mean, if they win, I'm drinking a 211. So yes.
Okay. I'm going to go out on a limb. I don't think the 211s are going to taste that bad next week.
They'll probably. I mean, I'm gonna make it taste better by winning this bet.
Can we possibly mix it with orange juice, get a little brass monkey action going
I
on?
think that's unfair to the viewers.
That is unfair
Yeah.
to viewers.
It wouldn't be true.
It wouldn't be true.
My other picks are going to be. I'm taking Green Bay +1.5 at Tampa Bay. I think Tampa Bay is not as good as as their record is. And Green Bay is going to ride a little bit of momentum. They're progressing week by week.
Yeah.
Looked like shit week 1. So
But they always do.
yeah, I know it's at Tampa Bay, so that's not in my favor, but I like them getting 1.5, so I'll go that. Basically, pick them. I'm also going to take the Raiders -2 at Tennessee. Tennessee does not look good. They seem to be missing AJ Brown quite a bit.
The Raiders that we were just talking shit about?
Just talking shit about.
Okay.
And I think, even though they did melt down, they were beating a team that I no longer feel as good about, but Arizona, that I've had strong feelings for so far this year.
Yeah.
They were beating them 20-0, so you can't just completely throw that out the window. Sometimes within games, momentum can swing drastically.
Yeah.
Just like what happened in the Niners' first game. They were the better team on paper, there's no question, but shit hit the fan.
Yes.
And the Bears won that game. Yeah. So I'm rolling with the Raiders.
So I am also picking the Niners over the Broncos.
Hey yo! Cheers.
Mostly because I want to see you drink a 211 next week with me. So, but I do think 1.5. That's a good number. I think they'll cover that.
I think that's about
I do
right.
think they'll beat the Broncos.
Yeah.
The Broncos just seem to be.
They don't seem right, and although I will say that I think Nathaniel Hackett's going to be under some pressure this week, so we'll see how he responds.
I'm gonna pick the Ravens over the Patriots. -3. I think that's going to be.
I looked at that one.
I think it's going to be an easy cover.
Yeah, we'll see.
The way the Ravens are playing.
I feel like the Patriots have defended Lamar Jackson pretty well, though.
I was worried about that. I know.
And that's why I stayed away.
Belichick knows what he's doing, obviously. But I think the Ravens will cover that.
Yeah.
And I'm picking. How can you not pick the Buffalo Bills right now? I'm getting 5.5 over the Dolphins. I know the Dolphins are playing well,
Mm-hmm.
but the Bills the first 2 games have been blowing out people by 21 plus.
Yeah, I like that pick.
So I think this is feeling like 3-0. I know I say it every week. But this is feeling like 3-0.
All right, let's see it. Let's get above 500 this week.
Jeez. So why is it so hard for us to get over 500?
We
every
suck.
week?
Good thing we're not putting real money down.
I'd like to see anybody else do this.
Right?
It's hard.
Yeah.
It's
Especially
not
pick on
easy.
Tuesdays, man. It doesn't make it easy.
No.
All right. Picks are in.
And that is the NFL.
And that means it's what time, Gage?
That was easy.
Last call.
We're here. I'm going to be real with you. I don't really have anything to.
No?
No.
Canelo Alvarez beat Triple G by unanimous decision.
They fought again?
Yep, the third one. Third and final one,
Trilogy?
I presume.
Was that a rubber match, I'm assuming?
I think so. I think they both had won one of them. Or I think... Oh, I don't know for sure. I'm not going to... I don't know.
Yeah.
But that was the third fight. And Canelo won
And it went the distance?
by the distance. And,
No.
I only caught the last probably 2 rounds of it.
Yeah. You know what? I don't think American media gives Canelo enough credit.
I want to say he might have only 2 losses. And if not, he only has the one against Mayweather.
Yeah. He's one of the best boxers of all time.
He has to be.
Yeah.
Absolutely. For his weight class?
Right. I don't think... Yeah, I think he's been underappreciated.
Yeah.
And I think it's part of boxing. But
So my boss was telling me at work that her aunt was a big gambler.
Mhm.
She put $1,700 on Triple G. When I go to work tomorrow, I'm gonna ask her, "Hey, how's your aunt feeling? How's that wallet looking?"
Jesus Christ! I mean, if you're putting $1,700 on, you better be.
Well, I get it because I think
You better be kinda
Triple G was probably the underdog, and of course, if you bet the underdog, you get more money back.
Right.
But I mean,
I don't know about that.
I mean, I wouldn't put $1,700 on
an underdog.
on anything.
Yeah.
On anything.
No. Like if I'm betting an underdog, I'm betting pocket change.
Yeah, like maybe $100.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
That's not pocket change to me, but still, like I'm not betting $1,700.
Yeah,
You
that's-
kidding me?
That's a lot.
Also, Las Vegas Aces. They won the WNBA Finals
Champs,
in
baby.
4 games.
Did you see?
Um,
You saw that video of them showing it at the Raiders game, like the celebration.
that was
kinda
cool. Becky Hammond, in her first year as the Aces head coach,
Oh, that's right. Yeah.
wins the NBA or WNBA championship,
Bex.
and I think she could get a job in the NBA as a head coach.
I wouldn't be surprised if she interviewed again.
But I heard someone say that they kind of hope she stays in the WNBA to help that brand, to help them.
That's also a good point.
I think that's either way. I'm cool with it, but
Yeah.
good for the Aces.
Yeah.
And we don't give women's sports enough credit on this show, so I thought maybe I'd just throw a little wrench in there real quick.
Good shot.
Thanks.
Yeah.
You really got nothing?
Yeah. I think I'm going dry this week.
Okay.
I didn't meet your Aunt Jenny again, so I can't throw that in there.
You only meet somebody once.
Oh, is that how it works?
I think so.
Shit. Yeah, I don't know.
Like if we didn't talk for 10 years and we saw each other again, would you say, "Oh, I met Gage"? No, you wouldn't.
Sarcastic.
I know.
Let's see.
Yeah, that's all I got. I'm not gonna say more than I have to. I guess.
Nice, smooth episode.
I thought so.
We weren't too drunk or too hungover.
No. I was a good boy this episode.
Yeah, might be having a Monday episode next week at this rate.
Yeah.
Yeah, because my schedule's changing.
Yeah.
Yeah, so get ready for that, folks.
So like this coming Monday,
Might be an episode.
we'd have to do it early.
Yeah, I'm down with
Because
that.
I
I know you got Cowboys.
Well, I got.
Are you going somewhere for it?
I think we're gonna. Dev and I are gonna do game night at Candace's.
Oh, nice.
Because my dad hasn't given me up about the game, so
Making plans already.
Yeah.
Cool.
So we can do an early one.
Yeah, I'm down with that.
Cool with that.
Drinking some 2 o'clock 211s.
Forgot about that.
Hey,
Should we drink them at 211 while listening to 311?
Yeah.
Brainstorm.
No, we're going way too far with this.
Nothing like a nice 211 at 2 in the afternoon. I'm gonna show up at Canis and Austin's fucking hammered up malt liquor.
Tell them to listen to this episode and get ready.
Exactly.
It's coming.
Oh man.
All right. I think that's it for us.
It is.
Thank you all for watching, listening.
Appreciate it.
We will see you next week. Peace.